Q1043.
A live performance by Bon Jovi
Woohoo!
from their appearance at the iHeartRadio Music Festival at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on Friday night. And here it is Monday morning, bright and early, and Richie Sambora's here with us.
Yeah.
Good morning, good morning.
Good
How
morning.
are ya?
Worker.
Good morning to
Whoa.
you. Talk
Good morning.
about a work ethic.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what I grew up with here in New Jersey, you know.
Yeah, and well, you know, I read in the Hollywood Reporter on Friday that Friday night's performance was your last with Bon Jovi for a while because you're taking a band out on the road
Absolutely.
and introducing the world to your brand new album, your third solo album, but it's been a long time because the first two were in the 90s.
Yeah.
And it's called Aftermath of the Lowdown. And I just want our friends to know that I was just able to witness the most amazing thing. I saw Richie see his own CD for the very first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the copy that he had didn't have the cover and everything.
Yeah, I was working off of the advanced CD thing.
Mm-hmm. So we had the CD here, and it was the first when we showed it to him. It was the first time that he'd seen
First time
it.
I
It's
held,
a moment.
because the digital CD came out like last week.
Mm-hmm.
So now,
But
Yeah.
you have to have it in your hand.
got to have it in your hand. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm an old-fashioned guy. What can I say?
There's something about the tactile experience that I think is important.
Absolutely.
you know.
I mean, too bad it's not a record. You could open it
Oh,
up.
I know.
I did
the
make some vinyl though.
You did?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
And like the really good vinyl too.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in like the premium packages you can get on my website and stuff like that for the Uber fan kind of thing.
Excellent.
Well, the website address is,
RichieSambora.com.
well, that's an easy one to remember.
Easy one to remember. Yeah, it gives you all the tour dates. I did an interesting thing actually for the first single, "Every Road Leads Home to You." It's a song that I wrote basically about me being on the road and wanting to get back to my daughter, But I think once again I'm really, really good at writing songs that I'm feeling or that I'm internalizing and things that I'm internalizing and making them a kind of a universal theme. I think everybody has a home that they want to come home to, whether it's their girlfriend, their husband, their dog, their house, whatever that is, So I asked people on Instagram, I said, take a picture of the road that leads to your house and send it in. So the first video I made was a lyric video,
Mm-hmm.
and it had all Polaroids from different people's houses, and it really was a cool kind of little concept. Yeah,
That is really, really
yeah,
neat.
it worked out great. Got thousands and thousands of photos.
Well, you would think that you would. I mean, after all, you've sold 130 million albums.
Hey, you know what,
through the
Jim? I got to
years.
tell you something, man. All this stuff, somehow I've maintained an innocence about making music
Mm-hmm.
and also performing. I mean, for me, I walk out on stage and I just go, again, you're all here to see me. You know what I mean? I mean, I really, 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 I think about it in today's world and you say, just to be a working musician and being able to say, survive and maybe feed your family is a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the record business now and the way the music business is now. A guy like me who's working on this level where there's maybe 5 bands that have done what I've done with Bon Jovi and I just go, man, if there's any complaints coming out of my pie hole, I'd be a real butthole.
Is there a complaint though that you're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I can't really reckon with that. I don't want to say anything wrong, but my favorite accolade that I've got was in the Songwriters
Right.
Hall
I
of
was just
Fame.
going to say, in 2009, the Songwriters Hall of Fame. he
And
was
that's given
inducted.
to you by your peers,
Right.
And
Instead of this weird committee.
right, which obviously is some kind of political thing, and I really don't really know about it. I'm not.
And when you're there at the Songwriters Hall of Fame, you are there with great artists from all genres.
The cream of the crop,
music.
man.
People who have written just songs that okay, you're a songwriter. I've talked with Shelley about this. It always fascinates me. There's a song inside your head. It doesn't exist anywhere else. It's just in your head. And then somehow it gets into the heads of people all over the world, but then it stays there forever.
Absolutely.
And the best is when it happens instantly, and that's what Bon Jovi does.
Well, you
it's
know
like
what?
an instant melody in your head.
Isn't that
seared
an
there.
amazing
Yeah,
gift?
something that I wrote in my bedroom, turns out to be turning on millions and millions of people. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. When we kind of write about what either we went through, or what we're going through, or our specific opinion or view or something or other, and it really, really transfers and the world gets it, and that's the trip, man.
On the new album, Aftermath of the Lowdown, you collaborated with another member of the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah.
Bernie Taupin.
Big honor for me, and I mean, we talked about it too. Bernie said, yeah, my favorite award is the Songwriters Hall of Fame award. I mean, we both kind of concurred on that. But a mutual friend and publisher of ours hooked us up, went out to dinner. We found out we had a lot of commonality between us as far as our love for American roots music and stuff like that. And we went out to dinner again, talked about our lives, got to know each other, our families, this and that and the other thing. He goes, I think I got you. 4 days later, I look at my email. I have the Bernie Taupin starter kit, right? And it's a bunch of lyrics. And I'm like, yeah,
That's what Elton John used to get.
Exactly.
From Bernie.
It's true, you know? And I mean, the cat hasn't written songs that 3 other guys, one of them being Elton and me, So the one that I really, really took a shine to was Weathering the Storm. Because I was digging through my life and excavating a lot of stuff through my own life experience on this record. And I also thought it was quite poignant. The lyric, obviously, is brilliant because it's him. But I also thought it was quite poignant on a multicultural level all over the world, because there's a lot of people out there that, weathering the economic storm, weathering the political storm, weathering their own personal hardships and all that kind of stuff. So it really meant a lot to me. So I kind of put a bit of a gospel rock vibe to that particular tune on the record, and it's one of my favorite tracks on the record. And Bernie loved it, and I loved it, and it's killer.
Richie Sambora is with us this morning here at Q1043. Woodbridge High School. That's where it went.
Did you go back?
I went back. Check this out. I went back about 5 years ago. We were here. We just did the whole Giant Stadium run, and we did a bunch of nights at the Garden. And interestingly enough, I found this girl that I heard about that was the valedictorian of Woodbridge High School, my high school. And all of a sudden, 6 months before she was graduating, she started to go blind. And she had this tumor or something going on, right? So I went on the radio and I did this kind of telethon for her. And I just said, look, I'll give away like 20 pairs of tickets, guitar lessons, this, that, the other thing, cash, I'll match it, right? So I think we raised about $100,000 for her that day. And gave it to her. Came back later on in a tour, was doing more stuff at the Garden, did another one. The mayor took notice of my hometown, and they named a street after me in my hometown, Richie Sambora Way.
Wow.
So I have a street
Really?
named after me, yeah. But then I also said, well, they needed a new gym. So I gave them the money to put up their new gym, and also like a computer room or something like that. So it was kind of a big day for me going back to my high school. It was awesome.
And then, Kane College, but you were only a freshman at Kane
That's
College,
right.
and then you dropped out. But
That's right.
years later, you returned to put on your doctoral
That's right.
robes and receive your Doctor of Humane Letters
I am
degree
a
from now
yeah.
Kane University.
Exactly. And, I now consider myself a doctor of love.
But you've always been a doctor of love.
Yeah, you're probably right.
We're going to hear a song from the new album next right here at Q1043. Richie Sambora is with us here at Q1043. The brand new album is Aftermath of the Lowdown. We're going to play Sugar Daddy. You want to tell us something about it?
Sugar Daddy's a fun song, man. There was a time in my life where I was basically unemotionally available to women. I wanted to play with them. I wanted to have a good time, and they could spend my money, but they weren't going to get my heart. And I think that's kind of like the essence of this song. And it was a couple year period after there. I got divorced, this, that, and the other thing. I just wasn't ready for another relationship, but I didn't want to stop dating. I didn't want to stop having fun.
Understood.
So it's a kind of a blues man kind of thing, and it was a lot of fun, and the riff is really great, and it's just a lot of fun song. And there's a lot of jam and a lot of guitars in this song. One thing that I felt like was missing the stuff that I'm hearing in rock bands now, are actually the interaction between musicians, and there are not a lot of cats playing lead these days, which is really weird for me, because I grew up wanting to be Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page and Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck and Duane Allman, the guys that put all their emotions and were able to filter all that through the instrument.
Right.
And how guys play guitar and they just want to kind of strum. Don't get it. So I decided to leave I had a really great band on this album, and we did a lot of jamming, and there's a lot of extended jams on this record. Here's one.
All right, turn this up. It's Sugar Daddy at Q1043. It's Sugar Daddy, brand new from Aftermath of the Lowdown here on Q1043. Richie Sambora And there's a song I wanted to mention because I just like the concept behind your discovery in your own mind of the title. And that's the song, I'll Always Walk Beside You. I understand that it was inspired by a photo.
Yes, it was inspired by a photo. It was at the end of the writing period for this particular album, and I thought I was pretty spent as far as conceptually what I wanted to cover. And I think I was walking in my daughter's room for a pen, and years ago there was this photo taken of me and my daughter when she was about 3. And we were walking down my street where I grew up, and it was just the back of us, right? So I had it blown up for her one time, and I framed it. And on the photo, I wrote, "I'll walk beside you forever, love Daddy," as a birthday present, right? Which is like, wrench of the heart kind of thing, right? And, so I walked in the room to get a pen or something because I was going to sit down and write that day. And I just looked at the photo and I said, well, there's the title,
Yeah, I'll always walk beside you.
Yeah, and there again, it was a song that I wrote for me and my daughter, but it's a song that kind of transfers to your wife or your girlfriend or, somebody you're going to say I do to. It could be something like that. But my daughter was, she was fodder for a lot of, songs on this thing for me this record for me because, she went through all the ups and downs with me over the last 7 years, and being a single dad, it actually brought us closer.
Well, including the single, every road leads home to you. I mean, that was inspired by Ava as well, right?
Absolutely. It was totally inspired by her. A guy like me who's on the road, and I'm 1,000 miles away, and I'm a single dad. Whew, that's tough sometimes if there's a crisis at home or something's going on, man. You'll do anything to get home. You'll travel every road. You'll walk. You know what I mean? That's really the essence of it.
And you're going to perform that song, your single, for us live here in the studio right now.
Here we go. Got your picture on my phone, your voice in my head. I'm lying here alone, restless in a faraway bed. The stars are falling down, and I'm half a world away. I'm just trying to close the distance, to feel each breath that you take. When the bridge is burning and I'm losing my faith, I'm trying to find my way to the truth. Like a wild owl flying down and blindly running from everything I thought I knew. And every road leads home to you, home to you. Now you got me to believe, made me turn on a dime. The writing on the wall, right in front of me, every song, every rhyme. But I don't need 1,000 words, I need you safe in my arms. I'll be standing strong, I'll keep holding on when life just tearing us apart. When the bridge is burning and I'm losing my faith, I'm trying to find my way towards the truth. Like a wild owl flying, now I'm blindly running from everything I thought I knew. No, I ain't regretting just how lost I'm getting. The red lights I've been blowing through, my foot will find the pedal as I'm counting the line. Every road leads home to you, every road leads home to you, home to you. And the bridge is burning and I'm losing my faith. I'm trying to find my way towards the truth. Like a wild owl flying, now I'm blindly running from everything I thought I knew. Now I ain't regretting just how lost I'm getting. The red lights I've been blowing through, my foot will find the pedal I'm counting the lines. Every road leads home to you. Every road leads home to you. Home to you. Home to you. Every road leads home to you. Every road leads home to you.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. What was her reaction?
Oh, yeah, she loved it.
How could she not?
Richie Sambora.
Tears. you
Every
know?
road leads
Yeah.
home to you. It's from the new album, Aftermath of the Lowdown. By the way, he's an indie recording artist
Yeah,
that
that's
sounds
right.
weird.
on the independent Danger Bird Records label.
You know what? I tell you what. It's like coming home for me because I don't know if anybody knows this, but before I got into Bon Jovi,
You had a little record company.
I did have a little record company called Dream Disc Records,
Mm-hmm.
and I did a lot of. I recorded a lot, obviously, on my own label, but I also signed a bunch of my friends' bands and stuff like that. And we did like regional college promotion, and it was my first time like hawking that stuff. And I'd go to the record stores and and put my records in there and my band's records in there. So for me, it was like coming home. I think my record, the essence of it is about independence. Independence from the band, independence from that thing, that perspective that people put on the quote unquote rock star thing.
Mhm.
And I never really considered myself that. I think my life consisted of it, but I always considered myself a working musician and a working songwriter. That's really the foundation of our business, and that's where it came from. So meeting the people at Danger Bird, they had a couple of artists, man, like the Silver Sun Pickups and Fits and the Tantrums. Man, these people are selling 1 million records, and I'm like, my friend Phil Cassins, who I actually wrote a couple of songs on this record with, he introduced me to Jeff. Jeff heard the music, and he couldn't believe it was me. It was one of those things. I don't know how to take that, man, because it's like all these people hear the record, they go, I can't believe it's you.
Is that a compliment or
Yeah,
what?
exactly. Is that like some backhanded stuff? What's going on, But so interestingly enough, Jeff and I were very, very like-minded when it came to music. And, we just hit it off. And I said, I'm going to be the president of my record company. And, Jeff, you're going to be the president of yours. And we're going to do this together. And, it gave me the the artistic freedom that I was looking for, where I didn't have to worry about anything. That's how come this record is such a authentic, organic record. I mean, I wrote that song just sitting here with an acoustic guitar. It just came out actually with this guitar, and these songs just happened. They were about my life experience, about my observations, and then when I took it to the band and we recorded it, a lot of the stuff is just coming right off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hearing like authentic musicians playing authentic stuff. And then if you come see me play live, I got the same cats that played on this record.
And that'll be October 23rd at the Best Buy Theater in
Please
Manhattan.
come and see me, man.
RichieSambora.com.
That's right.
You'll find all the information there. The Best Buy Theater is a great place to see a show.
Yeah, man. It's I'm looking forward to this. And we put the European tour on sale, and it sold out the first day of pre-sale. So
Awesome.
people must be wanting to see me, and the record is getting so well received that I'm like, now I'm surprised at that.
Well,
You know.
it's Aftermath of the Lowdown. Richie Sambora, we thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
visiting
Thank
with us
you, guys.
so early in the morning here at Q1043.
Hey, I got it out. How about that? I pushed it out, man.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. But nice to be here.